Here's the model of the bridge that we're going to design in this project. It's called the single track red railroad girder bridge. Let's start in OnShape. I have a new folder and I'm going to make a new document and I'm going to call it bridge. I don't need the top and the right, so I'm just going to work on the front. If I press N, this will make it a little larger if you like. And then I'm going to make a new sketch on this. And the first thing I'm going to do is going to make a center line. So I'm going to make a center line, and it's going to be very helpful when we do some uh, mirroring. So here, center line, straight to the center here. Doesn't matter how long this is. And another center line. I'm going to go up and move up and then click and go straight down horizontal, vertical here. And then I'm going to try to make these, let's see, construction. Okay, how about this one? Construction. Okay, let's start in OnShape. I have a new folder and I'm going to make a new document and I'm going to call it bridge. I don't need the top and the right, so I'm just going to work on the front. If I press N, this will make it a little larger if you like. And then I'm going to make a new sketch on this. And the first thing I'm going to do is going to make a center line. So I'm going to make a center line, and it's going to be very helpful when we do some mirroring. So here, center line, straight to the center here. Doesn't matter how long this is. And another center line. I'm going to go up and move up and then click and go straight down horizontal, vertical here. And then I'm going to try to make these, let's see, construction. Okay, how about this one? Construction. Okay, so I'm going to make this length 9.6, right? So if I press D and I go, uh, okay, realize I have to change my units here. This is going to be in centimeters. Okay, so let's go back, and this would be 9.6. So I'm going to make this 9.6, and it should be centered. So if I click on this and I go to here, uh, 9.6 divided by 2, so that's 4.8. So I know this is centered vertically, right? So I don't need that anymore. Well, actually, just leave it, right? And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw two lines, right? The upper bracket. So this is going to be up here, straight through this. This is going to be 30. And the next one is another line, and this is going to be 44. So from here, straight through the center here, has to be horizontal, and 44. And the other thing is, we do want to make this center also. So I'm going to press D, and I'm going to measure this, and this will be 22. 22, so that's centered. If I go over here, and this is 30, this should be 15. So now they're both centered. And now I could bring this up here and down here. Okay, the other thing is, if you look at the bridge, we want to connect this, but it doesn't connect straight down to the end. It connects to a little bit off the end. And I'm going to measure this to be 1.2 right here. 1.2 off the end. And let's take a look. 1.2 right here. And now what I like to do is by the way, if you notice now, since I have the center line, if I click mirror and I say mirror line and give me this line here, you see how it connects over there. So the other thing that I want to do is I want to make these braces. So I'm going to do offsets. I'm going to offset this line in the other direction, 0.6. So I click enter and 0.6, and you see it was offset by 0.6. I'll do this Same thing down here. I'm going to click offset, click this line. It's in the right direction. Press enter, 0.6. Here it is, 0.6. And I'll do same thing here on this one, 0.6. So right here, the other way, press enter, 0.6, just to take a look. Oops, didn't want to do that. Just wanted to take a look at that. Okay, and I could do a mirror again one more time, right here, and then mirror this across. So I have those. Okay, so we got our structure, and now we need to start filling it in. So let's make the beams now, right? So the first beam is right here at the center, and I'm going to offset that. Um, I'm going to offset that by zero point 0.3 on both sides. So let's see, offset right here. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to offset enter 0.3. Let's just take a look here, right? And then I'm going to offset it again, and I'm going to go the other direction, hit center 0.3. So this is 0.6 across, this beam 0.6. We need to do the others also. So I'm going to draw a center line. Again, I like these center lines here because then we can do some mirroring across those two. So the next one is straight down here, right? So vertical. I'm going to make this into a construction line, right? This is the center. That doesn't look vertical. Let me see, make sure it's vertical. Yeah, that wasn't vertical. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to make it a construction line and click here. Construction line should be okay. And then I'm going to do offset again, 0.6. So press enter, 0.3 to the other side. Uh, sorry. It, sorry. Think I didn't want to do this last one, so just delete it, just to drag this out. But this one, I don't want to be a construction line. So let's do another offset. Going a little crazy here. Let's try offset. Select this, going in the wrong direction. So press enter 0.3. There we go. Let's see if I can, yeah. Okay, now I need one between these two. The bridge, it doesn't have it exactly between, but I'm going to adapt and I'm just going to make it exactly. So I'm going to uh, measure this distance, right? And I'm going to see what this distance is. Well, actually from center to center. Let's do center to center. And so this is 14.661, right? And so I'm going to draw a line right here, and I'm going to make it halfway between. So this is vertical, yes. And I'm going to 4661. So I'm going to measure from here. So this is the center line to here. I'm going to say 14.661 divided by 2. And now that is centered between them. Like I said, the bridge actually is not centered. This one is not centered between them, but I think it's better if we just have it. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to offset 0.6. Okay, that direction is okay. 0.3 on the left. Let me move this just to see. Okay, do it again. Offset. This is me. Okay, offset to the right. 0.3. So I didn't actually, let's undo that. I think I had the wrong line, right? Let's try it again. Offset this one in the other direction, 0.3. So there seems to be something else here, 0.2. I'm gonna see if I can find that. Which one is it? It's this one. So that one was a mistake. So 0.3, 0.3, and this looks good. And now I have my beams, right? I have my beams here, and I'm gonna extend extend them. So should it extend it? So I'm going to go down and extend, press X. If you press X and you click the line, it'll extend to the next line. Oops, gotta be careful with that. Sometimes it deletes, so okay, and X, straight down. See, sometimes it deletes things. That looks okay. This one's okay. Maybe I could extend this one too. I don't think I need this one, but again, it's really weird. Just give it another try. Extend up here. Did it delete anything? No. But so now I think I can reflect this, right? Or mirror this across the center line and bring it to the other side. So I'm going to mirror. I'm going to take this and I'm going to take just this one and that one and this one and that one. And it should be across, you see. So I have the beams now. Okay, now I'm going to make these kind of blocks, see at the top and some at the bottom. So let's do those, right? And if I go over here, the first one is right here at the center block at the top. Oops. And so the first thing I'm going to do is just make a line, vertical line, 0.6. And I'm going to measure the distance between it and the center as 0.8. So 0.8. So something like this, 0.6, 0.8. And then I could reflect this, or mirror this across, and I could connect it. And so that's the way that works, right? See, and I think the next one is over here. Yeah. So same thing. Going to draw a vertical line, 0.6, and measure the distance to be 0.8. I guess I have to click zero point 0.8, and now mirror this across and connect. And there's actually one here. For this one, there's one at the bottom here, right? Uh, but the nice thing here is that we have this center line and we can just reflect that as well. So let me see if that reflection line works. So I'm going to choose reflect and I'm going to choose these three and missed one. So you see, we got that one. Okay, we got one more over here that we have to do. And again, I'm going to do a vertical line here, 0.6. And now from the center, 0.8. And this one, I'm just going to go to straight line through this whole thing. Maybe through horizontal. Is it horizontal? It says parallel. Okay. So that's that. And this one doesn't have anything about them. So now I have the ones that I need, and I'm just going to mirror this across. I need to mirror these three. So again, mirror right here. And what am I mirroring? I'm doing this one, that one, that one, and this two. So let's see if they went across, if I missed a line. Looks like I got them all. So the next part is on all these pieces here, the way they fit together is to have these insets in like basically holes that you have to snap in. So let's do those holes. And just take a look at how this looks now, right? So this is what we have so far. Okay. So these holes, I'm going to do the bottom ones first, right? So right here on the bottom. So this will be the floor where the floor snaps. Okay, the floor snaps into these holes. So I'm going to use a square here. So I'm going to do a center point rectangle, and it's centered on here. And I'm going to do a point 3 and point 3. So point 3 and point 3, and then I'm going to measure the distance from the bottom. This has to be consistent, and so it snaps in correctly. So if I measure from here to here, it'll be point 0.4, point 0.4. Okay, and we have the ones on the other side here too. So the same thing here. So rectangle, square right here. So point 0.3, point 0.3, and the distance between here is point 0.4, point 0.4. And the last one is on this end. Actually, this one, see, this one doesn't have one right here. It's this end that has one. So I need a center line here, really. So I know this is 0.6. I'm gonna offset this in that direction by 0.3. And I'm going to make it into a construction line. Nope, construction. Yeah. See, now I have center here. I'm going to draw a straight line down. That's my guide. Cool. See, not too sure about this, right? So just have to remember, um, so let's do it. So I'm going to again draw point 0.3, point 0.3, and this is not right. This is not a construction. So looks like I have to do all of them. Maybe that one too. Not sure. Let's see if this one. Yeah. So I have to just do D point 0.4. Point 0.4. So the thing to remember when we do the railing at the bottom is to make sure that we know these distances between these holes, right? So later on, we're going to have to look at these distances and make sure when we do the railing that these holes match up. But right now, I'm just going to mirror them across. So I'm going to say mirror line, and this one. This one is still a construction line now that I see. So let's just change it. It's like no matter what you do, construction. Nope. Okay. Thinking the other side is going to be a mess too. So let's see. This one came out all right. This one didn't have the right side. And then I see in this one, this is not a construction line. So, but I see that I missed this top, right? Well, I think I'm just going to go back and do it. Yeah, just mirror. So center line, missing the top. Let's see. I think the furthest one. So that looks like they're in place. This is what we have now. Okay, so this is the last part. And the last part is this piece right here that's angled, at the front, right? So it's similar to the other ones, but it's a little tricky here. Let's see, because it's angled. So I'm going to go to OnShape here. And I know I have a center line here, right? Um, so this one, I'm just going to estimate where it should be. So I'm going to draw, let's say I'm going to get really into here. So I'm going to draw, let's see, this is about a good distance, not too high. Right? So it's going to be right here. I'm going to draw a perpendicular. You see the perpendicular part is showing up? And I know this is 0.15 because the other side needs to, because this needs to be a 0.3. So I'm going to reflect, right, across this line. Okay. And then I'm going to draw another line parallel, right? This should be parallel. See how the parallel sign comes up? And this should be point 0.3. And I'm going to mirror that across and then just connect. So that's how I got now. It's not resolved. I still see blue here, which is okay. It's not going to affect anything. I do want to see the angle here. Let me just see. This angle should be 90, right? Yeah. Okay. So now I'm going to go down to the other end. And I know this is going to be 3.5. So somewhere down here, I'm going to do the same thing, right? So I'm going to do a perpendicular line. See perpendicular 0.15. Going to reflect or mirror. Let's try it again, right here. Okay, and now I'm going to draw a perpendicular line to here. Well, it says parallel or perpendicular sometimes, which is fine. 0.3. Oops. Something didn't like. It didn't like something, right? 0.15. Let's measure this. Oops. One more time. I don't know what's going on. Let's see. This. Why can't this be 0.3? 0.3? Yeah, that's really weird. Oh, I'm going to delete it. Try it again. Oh, delete. So the other one worked really nicely. So I don't know. Let's see. So here goes. Point 3. Weird. So now I'm going to reflect this and everything. Okay, one more time. Here, here. Okay, and now just connect them. Okay, so now I need to mirror this across to the other side. So I'm going to go and mirror across the center line. Let's see if I can get all of these lines. I missed one here because I forgot there were two parts. They're in two parts here. Let's just go across and see, right? Yeah, but I could just connect it. Okay, so I'm gonna take a look at this, right? I'm gonna extrude this, right? I don't have the beams yet, but I'm gonna extrude just to take a look. So I'm gonna do an extrusion. I'm gonna do 0.3, and I guess I have to select a few things, right? So let's see, just to see right there. These are the things that I need right here, right there. It's a lot of little pieces, but be done. Anyway, go ahead. See, I think I got everything. Let's take a look. So it gave me a lot of different parts here, which I'm not sure why, but it's really weird why it gave me all these different parts. But anyway, it looks like I got the missing this and that one, I think. Oh, that's why. So let's try it again. Extrude. Maybe because, yeah, I see there was some pieces missing. I think there was another one somewhere, but maybe it took care of it. Let's see. Yeah, it should have been just one part. I guess if you have them like, missing segments, you're going to um, get some different parts. But anyway, here it is, right? So that's our first part, the railing. So here is the last thing that we need, and we need these cross beams. So they're pretty straightforward to make. Let's do it. So I'm going to go to my sketch, and there's a lot of stuff here, but the cross beams are, let me just see, yeah. So what we're going to do is we're just going to draw a midline between, let's say, this point right here, this corner and that corner, right? And then we're going to offset. So offset by 0.3, like the by point three. So 0.3, and then offset on the other side by zero point 0.3. The only thing is this line here, I'm going to make, well, a second. This line I'm going to make construction line. And as you see, we have to extend these a little bit. So if I press X and I move this to here and here too. Okay, so it deleted that. Don't know why, but anyway, here X. Looks like that's deleted. Okay, sort of why it does that, but anyway, so here, extend that X. Okay, try that. One more time, X. Doesn't want to do it. X. Okay. Well, that worked. All right. So that is the crossbeam. And now this is going to be easy to reflect across this midline right here. Right here, reflect. And I'm going to reflect again across this midline. And this does this doesn't have a midline, right? But I think I can reflect this one. So mirror from here. Let's try it again. Mirror and select entities. I think it's this one that's going to do it. Yeah. See. And I'll click OK. Let me look at my extrude. I'm going to include these now. I don't know. Let's see. This. So here is the railing completed.